Now to our top stories. President Trump's recent G20 meeting and the fear of overprotectionism. Is the commitment to bringing back manufacturing healthy or hurtful to the United States? Loaded and ready to go is our very own Morris Beschloss, editor of the Beschloss Perspective and senior analyst for the World Report. Maury, the big question is, we're looking at manufacturing, bringing it back. We've lost a lot of it. When we do that, we start to affect the global trade, and we start to affect the other nations and their ability to interact with their own markets. Are we hurting America with overprotectionism? Would you call it overprotectionism?
There is no such thing as overprotectionism. You're either protectionist or you're not protectionist. In our case, we'll see. So far, we haven't been protectionist. So far, and I accuse our most previous president, Obama, and also George W. Bush, who did nothing.
Well, you can even go back further than that. I mean, Clinton was into NAFTA. H.W. Bush, the same.
Well, Clinton signed off on NAFTA. Without Clinton's signature, there never would have been a NAFTA. And that, as we are finding out, was very one-sided against the United States.
Which most of the trade deals that we've entered into the last 30, 40 years.
I would say all of them have been against us.
So the crux that we run into is that we bring back manufacturing sectors, we bring back American jobs. Now we start to impose our own exports into the world, and now you start to have trade indifferences and imbalances that go against us. Am I wrong?
No, you're not. As a matter of fact, it's good to have 20/20 hindsight because at the time that we went into this idea of importing, we were trying to help the countries of Europe primarily and subsequently Asia. And even some African countries.
Did we help China? I think we did.
Help China. We built China.
Right.
We put them in a position that they might one day get ahead of us. They might be coming very close. As a matter of fact, right now, do you know that China produces more steel than the rest of the world put together? China also produces minerals and what they call...
But the bulk of it is for their own consumption, correct?
No, it's not.
They're exporting most of it?
Oh, they're exporting about half of it, and they're holding back just enough so that the price doesn't deteriorate too badly. They're very good at playing that game. We have been infantile in the way we've handled world trade. We've been taken advantage of, and you know why? Because each president who has chipped into this deal, as you say, it goes all the way back to NAFTA, which was signed off by Clinton in 1993. The fact that we were helping our basic consumer sector. 68% of our world-leading gross domestic product is consumption. So we figured, well, if we let these conglomerates who have shifted a lot of their manufacturing overseas, let them do it without any penalty, then the stuff that they send back here is cheap, and our people will be happy.
Well, here's another challenge, though. If we start to make the Walmart sneakers in America that we make in China, now you're not paying $10 for a pair of sneakers. You're probably paying $20 or $25. So the consumer gets caught in the middle of this as well, correct?
Absolutely. I mean, the consumer now has to pay more. On the other hand, our President Trump will say, we're going to cut taxes in order to make up for this. You see, it's not an easy answer one way or the other. Protectionism means you've gone too far the other way. You know, right now, I think Trump when he went for his candidacy and then for the presidency, said that basically we have given away all our factories, all our manufacturing for the sake of bringing back cheap goods for people that aren't working.
How do tariffs get in the way when we talk about protectionism?
Well, tariffs are the question of what Trump is going to say when people say, you know, you're going too far back the other way. He said, well, we're going to put a tariff on all incoming goods. They'll still be expensive. And that goes back to a piece of legislation that got us into depression, Smoot-Hawley, which meant we closed our ports to foreign goods and they closed their port for our goods, and nobody was trading.
And we ended up in a great